places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, Brady. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Throwing now is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And some room to work. There's the stiff arm. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Fournette again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. The following Throwing the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Rolling to his, and he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Charlie Werner, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And now to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. 14, Buccaneers 7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On third and long, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Ninersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action, now it's Lance. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lance sliding out of the pocket. That escapes the sack. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin them back here at the 7-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
In trouble, and the ball's out. And this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 6. Again, it's Lance. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot? That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 66 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The give is to Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now this throw caught left side. There he goes left side. 20. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 92 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 83 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now a play fake. Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Flush to his right. And brought in by Brady. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball right here. Cover. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Le'Veon Bell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice chance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room because I just delivered.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Past the 20, 10, 5, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On play action, now Brady. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now Brady. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Lance now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. Bust through the tackle. Still going. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a